hope I got everything. Good little ride if not. All right, the first thing we do when we go to plant our food plots, early May, we'll go ahead and spray everything with a glyphosate and kill everything off and wait 2 or 3 weeks. That way you make sure it's out of the ground and everything's killed off. All right, I'm gonna try to give a somewhat in-depth, halfway kind of explanation of how we do our food plots here. Just 4 basic steps. All we kind of do is we plow, fertilizer, seed, and then drag. And all we're using to plow is just a groundhog plow, and then the next thing is just triple 19 fertilizer, and then we're gonna do cowpeas and soybeans, just depending on what works best in sunlight. And then we're gonna drag, and then the next thing we do is just hit it with the triple 19 and use this broadcast seeder. And then we're probably gonna go through by hand and just plant everything, and then just depending on the soil types, some places are more rocky and things do better than others. And then the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take just the homemade drag here. We'll hook it up behind the four-wheeler here or the side-by-side, and then just kind of cover everything up with some loose topsoil. But you can see all this triple 19 here. We'll get everything mixed in together and hopefully have a good food plot this year. But just check and see what works best in your areas. Here in the southeast, corn doesn't work very good up here. Just a lot of cowpeas or soybeans is what thing we've had best luck with. But I'm gonna wait on him to get finished up with the groundhog plow, and we'll get to dragging and planting. Hook back on. Make sure that's shut. All right, make sure there's no big chunks, and all we're using here is a triple 19 co-op. All right, let's go fertilize. You can lay this stuff on pretty thick. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. Want to get a good amount on wherever you're planting. Get this thing adjusted. Lay it on pretty good. Shooting out back here. All right, once you get everything fertilized, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do our planting. And all I'm going to use is just a hand planter, just a little more accurate, a little less wasteful, and it's a little harder to control out of a broadcast seeder. So I'm just going to go ahead and start by hand, and we're going to do cowpeas. But I'm going to go ahead and knock this out, and I'll get back to you. And another good thing to look for as always, make sure if you're using glyphosate is that it's glyphosate ready. But here I'm gonna go ahead and do something different, just soybeans. I'm gonna do the same thing, just use the hand spreader, try to get everything more in one area. But I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out, but that was just another side note. Just a nice even bit, that way I can hit it with the drag and get everything covered up good. If you wanna see it, this is all we use to drag. It's got an old chain link fence, just a side-by-side tire, just whatever you have on you. Just link it up to a bar or anything you hook behind your four-wheeler, and then just cover everything up and make sure it's got just a little bit of dirt on top of it so it can start to do its thing and start growing. Very simple stuff, just nothing big, everything's very easy, but if you want to get deer, you got to have food for them, so unless you're just lucky, I guess. But this is how we do it, and hopefully we'll get some big deer. I believe we get big deer up here every year because of it. So thanks for watching, guys. All right, we're all done. Didn't take too long, probably 3.5 hours or so. Wasn't bad at all, but we just got everything all wrapped up. We're gonna go ahead and pack up and head back, but I'll probably throw in a couple pictures of how everything turned out. But no, not bad at all. Just simple stuff, getting deer moving on your property. Thanks again, guys. Get it up high.